Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before.
Pupcast, we're talking about space. Space is cool. And exactly, there are movies set in space. I'm Jackson. Matt, say hi, Matt.
I might be drunk.
You might be.
Slightly drunk.
Define slightly.
There's a 50-50 chance he's drunk, that he's drunk, or he's wasted. It's one of the two.
It's not wasted. I wouldn't be here.
No, wasted is not compatible with Skype. It's in the TNCs. And we have Callum. That was Callum. No Aaron today. He gets space sick. That's what he does. And, yeah. So we're just going to talk about space and general movie stuff because we haven't done one of these in a while. So how's everyone been doing? How's everyone going? What's going on? What's going on, everyone?
Well, I'm drinking at 5 o'clock. I started 2 hours ago, so I'm going that well.
Okay. That's pretty great. I guess it's only up from here or only down from here. I can't tell.
With you guys, who can say?
Who can say? There's literally no way to know. Callum, have you been drinking?
No, because I hate the taste of alcohol. We've been over this.
Okay.
You're such a child, Callum.
I'm a boring teen. But on the other hand, I'll make a great taxi service when everybody insists on having, need to get...
No, because you were the most bitter person when that happens. I was a taxi service for a long time.
Well, as long as I get paid.
Oh,
if I don't get paid, I'll go all Roger from American Dad on.
I was doing it out of dim senses of obligation and friendship, which is a bad reason to do anything, really.
Pretty much.
Friendship. Who needs friends, guys?
Says the guy who tweets about My Little Pony every night.
Not every night. He says the guy who says the guy who created a hashtag to say he tweets about My Little Pony every night, but does it every week.
I don't even hashtag my Battlestar things, so you're the one who's being obnoxious.
You should hashtag your Battlestar things with Cylon, Cylon, Cylon.
It takes up so much space, but it's true.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
How's Battlestar going, Mike? Matt.
I almost quit it the other day.
Did it get real dumb?
I almost said I was done for good after, oh god, it's like episode 9 or 10 with, Tig, is that his name? The XO? Ty, the one where his wife shows up and, there's a lot of drinking and deliriousness, and that show is sometimes amazing, usually when they're in space doing space things. And every time they're just sitting around, waiting for the plot to advance, I want to kill myself.
That seems like a bad way to go.
I'm hoping the show is great, because there are things I really love about it. But so far, the entire season has not lived up to the miniseries that led into it.
Yeah, I watched the miniseries, was way into it, and then within 3 episodes was like, nope, this is not what I want.
I've been really enjoying it.
I like the idea of robotic space religion a lot, so that's carrying me through.
That's the thing, the way they kind of stop, the way it's not really it's focused on the science and more of its questions of faith. And that sort of thing, but it handles them in a slightly more, deeper way than just, religion's dumb. Which is, the thing that most things go on nowadays.
I wouldn't say that. I'd say the good things are smarter than that. And I watched a shit ton of DS9, I'll probably talk about that later. when we talk about property.
Yeah,
because
let's talk real deep about Deep Space Nine.
yeah, boy, it's the only logical choice. Is that show's so good. Fuck.
I don't think Battlestar is bad. I think it's uneven, but it's the first season. I'm hoping the show evolves into something great. I think there's a lot of weird choices that I hate. Like, I feel like there's way too much gratuitous, like, let's show off Trisha Helfer's in skimpy dresses every episode, and that stuff is the worst.
Why is she in a skimpy dress? Because you're in space, you do space clothing.
Because a dude is hallucinating her. I don't know.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's the thing. The entire thing about 6 so far is very shrouded in mystery and that sort of thing. But it's just enough for me to keep going. Like, he needs to explain it eventually, but for now, I'm happy with just rolling with it.
I also want to point out that I think mystery in shows is automatically the worst.
It's not, well, speaking of DS9, that show has a shit ton of mystery, but somehow makes it work. I don't know.
I feel like it doesn't string you along with endless cliffhangers and insinuations, though.
Oh yeah, it's not like the Prophet show up at the end of every episode and go, the Cisco, next week something will happen, and you'll be like, fuck off.
It would do that if it was made today, though.
Oh, no, fuck.
You know it would.
Star Trek TV show.
Oh, it would be the worst thing. It'd be the worst thing. I want my captain.
Deep Space Nine is brought to you by Damon Lindelof.
No, you're just depressing me. You're just making me upset.
Let's just continue annoying Jackson with this news. It's kind of funny. This theory. It's hilarious.
It'll probably I mean, they say they're not going to do a new Star Trek show for a while because they're focusing on the movies and their opinion. That's hilarious. But their opinion.
I'm just saying in relation to its underperformance at the box office last week.
To be fair, underperformance is.
I know
because the movie is going to make a lot of money and already has.
I know saying $83 million opening over a 4-day weekend and saying it's for a big blockbuster is underperforming sounds ridiculous, but Paramount were expecting that to make a lot more.
Well, then they should have made a good movie.
True that. Yeah. God, that movie's garbage.
I have no attraction to Star Trek whatsoever, and yet I read parts of this on Wikipedia. I was like, "Yep, that's dumb. That's stupid."
I'm
going to tell you the same thing I tell Jackson. You can't judge anything by what you read in the summary on Wikipedia. That is not viewing a thing.
I will watch it when I actually get into Star Trek, okay? Which is going to be before the end of the year, thanks to.
You will hate it so much more if you do it after you get into Star Trek.
He hasn't seen like Wrath of Khan or anything, and he already knows what happens in Darkness. So that's
not exactly. Like that's information. That's information where like I read it, I know, but it's the information my brain just filters out. So, like, you know, when you sometimes see spoilers and and they stick in there, but then they just filter out, and sometimes they stick in there while you're watching something anyway. Like, I'm fairly certain I would have read spoilers for Avatar or something beforehand, and yet I forgot about, and yet none of it seemed to cross my mind.
James Cameron's Avatar?
He means The Last Airbender.
Okay, because I was like, how do you spoil that movie?
You spoil that movie by sitting in the cinema and thinking, oh good, it's wrapping up, and then you watch the tree burn and you're like, oh shit, there's another hour of this. That's what happened to me.
No, you're like, oh shit, there's another hour of this.
Then you're like, oh, that robot's got a knife. And for a second, it's almost okay.
But it just...
Yeah, Matt, I'm never talking about James Cameron's Avatar.
Well, someday you will be, because they'll make a sequel.
They're making two. They're making 2 sequels.
Back to back.
Shut up, pair of you. What you've been watching this week?
Remember when they were making 3? 3 in a row? Oh,
they should just call it Ava and Tar.
They should call it...
James Cameron's releasing Sam Worthington's going to continue to be employed for the next half decade.
Oh, he's not going to be in any of those.
Isn't he?
I don't think so.
Oh, bloody well hope not. He's terrible.
And even if they would, it would be the blue version. They don't need him for that.
Oh yeah, he's all blue now.
Dude, spoilers. There's like 3 people on this earth who have not yet seen Avatar.
And those people are happier than all of us put together.
Indeed.
No. Fuck, if you haven't seen Avatar and we spoil it for you and that's the reason you continue not to see it, then you've won.
Yeah.
You have got out of...
I gave money to that film and I regretted it the second I walked out of that theatre for the first time. This was before I became the fully jaded, cynical bastard I am today.
I had to listen to someone talk about how they were like friends with a literary professor who kept gushing about how genius it was and all the allegory of it. And I wanted to die. I mean, I did want to die.
So I'm guessing that professor was very well distracted by flashing lights and shiny objects.
Probably. I don't know.
If my life was stuck in academia, I would probably have the emotional response of a dog too.
Well, Well said, well said.
Jet Set Radio!
By the way, we had technical difficulties, and that was when Mike showed up.
Hey, what's going on?
What up, Mike? How do you all pronounce your last name?
Oh, it's one of the many mysteries of this universe that I don't know if it'll ever be solved.
Find out. Did you just say Shurus?
That's probably one of the worst. Aaron's got it down. What the fuck's wrong with you guys?
I'm just being a dick.
No, I know.
That's how
I'm just terrible with names.
Is it Peach? Callum Peach?
There's not even an A in there. That makes no sense.
It's a very long E.
Right. Do you want this news or not?
That's your middle.
I believe Jackson's is Tyler. R is silent.
I think he's Callum Long E Peach. More of a nickname.
Not even kidding. Every time I have to give my name to somebody for whatever reason, they always have to ask me how you spell Petch, as if it isn't obvious how it's spelled.
You have the most British name in the world. I don't understand how people don't get it right.
Mm.
It's
right.
Pretty British.
Do you want this news then or not?
No.
Thanks for making me feel like a valued member of the team, Matt.
Callum, fulfill your purpose. Fulfill your destiny as emissary of the news. Give us the news.
So what you mean is Kevin the robot broken down and isn't here, so you're asking me to fill in for him?
I'm saying that we have given you a duty, and it is you must fulfill that duty. Answer the call of duty, Callum.
Okay, first of all, not sure if we did this before, but I'll say it anyway.
Hang on, I don't care.
300 Rise of an Empire has been pushed back until March 2014.
Did they also make the wise choice of putting it direct to DVD like they should?
No, it's still coming to cinemas.
Oh, this is the dumbest choice. No one's going to see this movie.
What if
they have not.
To only VHS.
I mean, I'll be there opening day, but it's just going to be me.
Yeah.
Right.
They have not given a reason for pushing it back, but we could either say, it could be the fact that it's being released in the middle of an extremely crowded summer season. It could be the fact that there's been pretty much no marketing so far. It just might not be ready. That's that. Or maybe they realise that, it's going to be crushed by other movies opening around it that people might be a bit more excited for.
This worked so well for G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe
Actually, it did. I mean, not in terms of film quality, but in terms of money, it actually worked quite well.
No.
Have you seen G.I. Joe, Matt?
No. No.
The Rock's pretty good in that. He plays Call of Duty. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
He out-acts Bruce Willis.
That's not hard these days.
Oh no, it really isn't. It's like, oh yeah, if you wanted proof of how far Bruce Willis has fallen, except for Moonrise Kingdom, then yeah.
So what you're essentially saying is we need Bruce Willis to star in more Wes Anderson movies.
And I want Wes Anderson to start making every franchise movie from now on. The Avengers 2, a Wes Anderson movie.
I want to see Fast and Furious 7 as directed by Wes Anderson.
God, yes. Diorama car chases, God.
Would you prefer that to the Fast and Furious 7 we cooked up on Skype the other day?
We can't talk about the Fast and Furious that we cooked up on Skype the other day.
I know we can't, which is a shame because it was so good.
It is we cooked up a Fast and Furious movie involving alternate realities. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I assume there's spoilers involved though.
Yeah.
Kinda, not really.
Come back once you've seen it. I mean,
okay.
Not really spoiler, it was just that if they want to take this completely crazy, they should take on their evil selves.
Oh,
Jackson wants to see it in different genres with each movie, so
I think
this is the next course of sci-fi.
Yeah.
So Fast 7 will be in space.
Fast 7 should be him redoing Saw and thinning out the cast.
Wait. Fast 7, Star Wars 7, pod racing.
Yes.
Which one is a Holocaust melodrama?
That's Fast 9.
Okay.
It will not be called Fast and Furious, because that would just be terrible. A terrible pun that would be.
Will Han play a Japanese soldier that is the god, the grandfather of the Han that we know?
Yes, he will.
Despite the fact that Han's Korean and not Japanese.
Han will. In the far future, after World War III, when everything is ended, Han will look up and go, "We should go to Tokyo."
So this has ties into Cloud Atlas.
Yes, exactly. Han is the true. This is going to be the best movie ever made. Han and whatever that Han's girlfriend in Fast 5 is, whoever that one. I don't know any of their names in Fast and Furious. I know there's Dominic. I've forgotten Paul Walker's name. I just called him Paul Walker. What's The Rock called? He's called The Rock.
Hobbs.
No, he's called The Rock. Someone's got to start just addressing them as their actor names. Maybe they should go meta in the next one. And
only some of them get names. That's how this works.
What is Tyrese's name?
Tyrese Gibson. Oh, oh, never mind. Shut up here.
What's his character?
So, yeah, Fast and Furious is pretty great. What was the next news?
We're doing so well in terms of getting better.
That was the best segment we did. Keep going.
It's all downhill from here. Right. Despite rumours to the contrary from the Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Trailer advert, the character played by J. August Richards is not Luke Cage.
I'm sorry, I thought this was news.
You just spoke words at me, but I feel like I have a stroke and can't understand them.
Yeah, this is what's going to kill the Marvel show. If everyone keeps going, oh, is that this guy? Is that this guy? Oh, are they doing this now? No, fuck off. If they're going to make a show, let them make a show.
Staying on Avengers news, Joss Whedon has, air quotes, confirmed that Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch will be in the Avengers 2.
Yay.
This would have been far better if Aaron was on here, because he could have waxed lyrical about how fantastic a decision of this is or isn't.
They are good comic book characters.
Yeah, they're decent. I mean, it's interesting because they're X-Men character. I mean, in the X-Men universe. I mean, so how that's gonna...
For them to exist, you kind of need Magneto, so...
Right. So, yeah, I guess they'll just ignore that, or maybe they'll change their origin. I don't know.
Neither of these people are Batman, so I don't care.
Well, this is also true. Everything is better with Batman.
What if they were both Batman? What if, to combat Batman, in the Avengers 2 there are two Batmans? Not Batmen, Batmans. They're all plural as Batmans.
It's Batman just Adam West and Val Kilmer.
Yeah. What if they recast Jeremy Renner with Val Kilmer?
Yes.
Val Kilmer's too fat to be Hawkeye.
This is amazing. Yes.
What if Hawkeye left S.H.I.E.L.D. after the Avengers 1, and he let himself go, and it's Val Kilmer, and they attack S.H.I.E.L.D. They attack S.H.I.E.L.D. at the beginning of Avengers 2, and then Val Kilmer as Hawkeye has to round everyone up and finally save the world. Because there's no one else. There's no one else but Val Kilmer.
That is a very good reason why you're not in charge of Marvel movies.
It'll be Val Kilmer, Stan Lee, that guy from the news van in Iron Man 3.
Adam Pally, apparently, somebody informed me.
These are all great plans.
Yeah. You two, you should go to Marvel tomorrow. Pitch your ideas. I'm sure you won't be locked out the building or anything.
And then Hawkeye standing on the back of a car being driven by Han.
But they're going to Tokyo.
And then just as they're about to get there, this giant space portal opens up.
It's like it eats Tokyo to prevent Han from ever going there.
And Han is just driving through space. There's nothing else, just space. Because fucking Han. What if they just put Han in every movie?
I'm okay with this.
Me too.
Every time he goes to Tokyo, and then something happens that stops him from going to Tokyo.
Pretty much.
We should have got more podcasts ridiculously late at
night. What's the next news story, Callum?
Ghostbusters 3 is still happening.
No, it's not. Don't lie.
Who cares?
According to Dan Aykroyd, our script is actually almost finished, honest.
He's been saying that for the last 3 years.
He's been saying this since we were children.
Well, yes, this is true. This is very true.
Apparently, it is based on new research that's being done in particle physics by the young men and women at Columbia University.
I want to point out that Dan Aykroyd is also the coolest person ever in the best dumb uncle sort of way.
He says, quote here, I can say that the world or the dimension that we live in, our 4 planes of existence, length, height, width, and time, become threatened by some of the research that's being done. New Ghostbusters have to come and solve the problem. So
Bill Murray starts shifting through time and there's 3 Ghostbusters. And they have to put because of what happens when they cross the streams throughout time. That's perfect.
Well, they're gonna need some new Ghostbusters at this rate, because they're all gonna be fucking dead.
Aykroyd recently announced he expects production to begin in autumn, with cameras set to start rolling in 2014. So, who wants to take bets that that's completely wrong?
Oh, I want to see a film about trying to get Ghostbusters 3 made. I want
a film. The tiniest democracy of movies.
No, I want a film about not starring Dan Aykroyd, but someone playing Dan Aykroyd, just trying to get Ghostbusters 3 made forever.
Just wait 10 years and they're going to make this movie and everyone's going to be CG and look like they did in the 80s.
Oh no, that's going to be the worst thing.
What, you mean Robert Zemeckis is going to be directing it?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Okay, moving on. Expendables 3 news, because I know you all care so much about that.
Is Han in the Expendables now?
Well, after his performance in Fast and Furious 6, probably not.
What is... Oh, okay, sorry. There's a fight, Han has a fight scene in Fast and Furious 6, and I was angry at it, is what he's referencing.
Right, apparently, according to Sylvester Stallone, the man himself, Steven Seagal is interested in turning up in the Expendables 3, air quotes, if the part fits.
It's like they're trying to find puffier and puffier men.
They've already found the puffiest man. He is in Fast 6. He's the bodyguard.
See that movie!
But he can't. Fast 6 is all movies. It's already every movie.
You're saying you could just shut down the movie industry because Fast and Furious 6 is...
what is happening with the Expendables 3? Steven Seagal, why should I care?
Allegedly, Steven Seagal, Mickey Rourke is apparently definitely returning.
What else is he doing?
Jackie Chan has been tapped to appear, and Wesley Snipes is also interested. This is all worse than Sylvester Stallone himself.
Jail?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think he's still in jail, so...
Well, apparently Sylvester Stallone, on the 16th of May, talked to Wesley today. He cannot wait to fight to the top again over.
They're just gonna put a green screen in his cell. And film him there.
No, the Expendables go to prison. The entire thing is filmed in his prison.
You know what? You found a reason that I would watch the Expendables 3 if they did that.
Pretty much. I want actual Expendables. I want the actual dramatic film about all these action stars just feeling completely useless. Play it straight. No action scenes.
So would it be like the Green Mile, but with the Expendables?
So which one's for Jesus surrogate?
All of them?
They are all Jesus, okay?
Everyone is Jesus in purgatory. In case this entire news story is based on the word, like you have to take Sylvester Stallone's word at face value, and as we all know, Sylvester Stallone's word is a very trustworthy source.
That man used to make great films, so that counts for something.
He was making great films, like up to like 6 years ago. Rocky Balboa was quite good.
Yeah, I'll defend Rocky Balboa forever.
I should really watch the Rocky films.
You should. You'll probably hate.
I don't think you like them, Jackson, but
I don't know. I might. I've got all 6 of them in a box in my room.
Was this a CEX purchase?
4 of them are good.
Well, there was £5 for the first 5 in a box, and then £1 for the other one. So yeah, I own too many DVDs. I've stopped. I've got out. I'm free. I've got enough.
Really?
You're not free until you sell them all.
No, I've just bought them all. I can't.
He's not addicted to CEX. He can quit anytime he wants.
I have quit from acquiring more, but I'm good. I look at them and I'm like, yeah, this may have been a bad choice, but yeah.
I like that it's not even like a curated, like I've got all the good ones.
No, let's have a look at some of these. Alright, Proof of Life.
What is that?
Let's have a look. Getting it out from under here. Oh shit, my head.
Isn't that Leonardo DiCaprio, Russell
Crowe,
Crowe,
and Meg Ryan? Proof of Life.
I've never heard of this.
Oh, I'm thinking Body of Lies.
I got that. That's actually I really like Body of Lies. What else we got? Got Aragon for 25p.
Oh God.
Why?
It's not even worth the 25p.
Master and Commander. Excited for that.
Master Commander's so good. Oh my God.
Most of these movies are actually pretty good. I did get the Sum of All Fears twice because I'd forgotten I bought.
You made 2 mistakes there.
Did you try and gift it to your dad?
No, I did. I forgot I bought it. So when I was taking my 49-year-old father to see Fast and Furious 6, I just said, "This is for you," and gave him the Sum of All Fears. And he just threw it out the window of the car.
You made the right decision.
It was worth it. It was all inspired by the fact that in Sainsbury's they're having a Father's Day sale for movies, which includes like The Marine. The funniest one was they're selling Fight Club for £3, but it had 2 price tags on it, which was infinitely hilarious to me because Fight Club and fuck. And so yeah, so I'm basically going to get my dad man on the ledge for Father's Day.
You really hate your dad, don't you?
No, but we're both grown-ups. We buy the shit we want. We really want something, we get it. So then what else is left except the dumbest things? And it's a route I'd happily go down.
So that's the news.
There's more.
Oh, it's more.
Oh.
So what is less important than Steven Seagal in Expendables 3?
According to Carl Urban and Alex Garland, the concept of a Dredd sequel is not off the table.
That's more important than anything else you've said.
Yes.
Like, Dredd bombed badly.
Yeah, but it's fucking Dredd. Make another Dredd movie. I mean...
No, I want them to. Okay, because Dredd 1 was so good, and Garland had an amazing trilogy planned out, and...
I know. It's about...
I want to see, the Dark Judges on the big screen. Just do that for me.
It's a shame. I really like
Yeah.
Apparently they are making a comic book sequel to it, so that's fine.
Yeah. Also to link it into Star Trek, Urban compared its situation to the original Star Trek's 3rd season in the way that came about. So yeah, that's your tenuous link there. And finally today, which is probably the biggest news, which probably also won't happen. Apparently, Christopher Nolan is being tapped to direct Bond 24.
That's not real.
That's not real, and it's a bad idea. It's not a good idea.
I don't think he'd even want to do that.
Give it to Joe Cornish.
I think it'd be kind of interesting, but I don't know.
Let him write the theme song.
Oh, yes.
So to happen, it's a bomb.
Don't know. Joe Cornish, actually, genuinely give it to Joe Cornish. He would do a good job.
Yeah. No, I don't think that's a joke. I think that's a great idea. Yeah. But I also think that the theme song would be a great idea. But that is a joke.
That is a joke. Yeah.
Who was the guy that directed Looper?
Ryan Johnson, whatever.
I think I'd like to see him direct a Bond film. I don't know.
I feel like coming off of this one, I want British directors directing.
Yeah.
And Ryan Johnson is as American as they come.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, Mendes did a really good job, so.
I feel like Bond couched in Britishness works for him quite a bit.
Yeah.
Especially since this will probably be the last one with Daniel Craig.
Now, has he signed up
to go to have a black Bond, and then we'll have
whatever. He's going to be dead. Daniel Craig's like 80 years old.
Give it.
How drunk are you?
Not very.
Liar.
I'm not.
If you say stupid things like that when you're not very drunk, I would hate when you went to black.
You've talked to me multiple times, Callum. I say stupid things all the time.
Having alcohol in any of our systems is not a requirement to say the dumbest things.
No.
Yeah. I bought Death Race from CEX Sober, the new one with Jason Statham.
So I say that's okay. Death Race is pretty good, but no, you made the wrong choice again.
Oh no! Well, what happened was it was £5, and I got 5 good movies, and it was like, no, sorry, we don't have Gangs of New York, and I was like, fuck, there is nothing left in this shop. I'm gonna get Death Race.
I mean, you didn't want to buy the Sum of All Fears for a third time?
I love that there was nothing in the shop at all. Like, all the shelves were bare, and the only thing left was Death Race.
Want Starship Troopers 2. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were definitely made. I looked up Daniel Craig's wiki photo, and it's, oh my god, he is in the middle of making a dumb face. Caught up.
Well, in any case, anybody who thinks that Christopher Nolan will actually be directing, he's, about to start pre-production on Interstellar, and I have a feeling they might want Bond 24 out sooner than it takes Nolan to finish Interstellar. So, apparently this is a thing that happens anyway, like where at any time that a Bond movie comes around nowadays, that apparently people start talking to Nolan about it. So
a serious answer to this is A, Nolan can't direct action to save his life. And he already did his Bond tribute at the end of Inception.
End of all of Inception.
That's true. But specifically that whole snow sequence is straight out of Bond.
Yeah, but anyway, I do see it happening eventually. Like at some point in time, he'll have absolutely nothing on, and they'll drive a big enough dump truck full of money to his house for him to do it. It will happen eventually. It's not going to happen this time.
I don't like most of Chris Nolan's most recent movies, but I think he's smarter than this.
Yeah, me too. I don't think.
Yeah. Well, there you go. He has backed out of that whole Justice League thing that Warner Brothers were desperately trying to get him to do, right?
Because that was a giant cesspool.
Yeah.
Just like the real Justice League, am I right?
Yes.
Okay.
Warner Brothers, there is no such thing as a dump truck big enough full of money to convince anyone to work on the Justice League movie.
I don't know. If you gave me about 20 quid, I'd do it.
Yeah.
Well, a university student, you need money.
Even so, I'd do it. 20 quid. I'm here. I will direct the Justice League movie. I'll even
just arm and a green screen.
I've seen every episode of Justice League like 3 times. I'm qualified.
You are qualified. In fact, you're more qualified than me. I saw one episode of Batman once.
You buy all the terrible movies and then don't watch any of the good shows.
Yeah.
I just watched fucking Deep Space Nine.
That's a pretty good show.
It is.
Yeah, but you need to watch Batman, and then watch Batman Beyond.
And I got the DVD for, I didn't buy it, it was given to me, for the animated series, and I started that. That's pretty dumb. Not dumb, good.
Yeah.
I'm not even drunk.
You don't even have words anymore, Jackson.
Because I saw Batman, like the first 2 volumes of Batman the Animated Series in CX the other day. Does that mean, is that basically like code speak for full series? Like
no, they split.
No, how they did it's full, at least here in America, they have it in 4 volumes, and they kind of
mix and match.
Yeah, it's kind of mixed up, but I mean, it kind of makes some sense. I mean, they do.
Because of the way the cartoons worked, the shows were not pushed out in like seasons as we know them. Because they do like bunches of them and then take like months off and then do more. Then they get New Order and then they do more.
So you mean like the way Disney treat their animated shows?
Yeah, kind
of.
Sorry, I'm still pissed that my next Gravity Falls dose isn't until next month, the end of next month. I was just saying that because I saw like Teen Titans has full like complete season releases.
Hey, it's better than Cartoon Network treats their cartoon shows.
Oh hell yeah! Shall we have this conversation again? This is a fun conversation.
Let's finish the news and talk about space. God damn it!
Yeah.
All
I
right.
need to go.
Well, yeah. Is that it? Are we newsed out?
We are newsed out. I enjoyed this. I should do it more often.
What, talk about news? Or talk about...
do the news and also randomly talk about Han in Fast and Furious.
I really enjoy news. There's nothing more that excites me than current events vaguely related to the Expendables. So I guess, because I've started now, we could talk about movies, if you want.
Let's talk about space.
Fucking space. How is space?
Outside of the atmosphere is the rest of the universe.
Uh-huh.
And that is called space.
Is Earth in space?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
It is part of space.
Now, what frontier is space?
Oh,
you talk about
shit.
it being the final?
Who is that?
Oh, who is that?
Who is that?
I don't know who that is. Stranger Danger.
I refuse to talk to you.
Let me guess his name. It's probably Mike.
Oh, wow. How did you ever guess that?
Because we have about 15 fucking mics on this show.
I gotta ask you guys a question. When somebody has a problem with their microphone, do one of you chucklefucks giggle about it being mic problems?
No, because none of us give a shit about how our microphone sounds, because we're that kind of podcast. Normally we record in Audacity, but we're not doing that this time because, I don't know, it's fine. It's fine. We're going to talk about space. This communication right now is going through space.
You know what? That's true.
It is.
It's going through fiber optic cables.
No.
Are any of us on Wi-Fi?
It's probably,
I am.
Yeah, I am.
Oh. Okay, well, you guys are all awful people.
Also, it goes from fiber optic cables to space to other fiber optic cables. So, I assume. I don't think there's a cable that goes all the way from America to Britain, is there?
It's a bunch
Yeah,
of
they're
ones
under
and
the
zeros.
ocean.
Yes.
Is there actually a one? Oh, I should.
There's multiple giant cables under the ocean.
I knew there were on the ocean cable. Didn't they all the way from America to Britain? For reals?
They don't beam that stuff through the air.
Oh, I just said they did, so I was a liar. I was a horrible, ignorant liar, and that's what I do.
No, because there was that time that cable got severed, and like all of India went dark for like a day and a half.
Is that not just that movie that came out, and someone's like, India went dark, and they had to send one man to fix the cable? I'd watch that.
That sounds like an incredible movie.
The Cable Guy 2.
Jim Carrey has to fix the biggest cable.
It also happens to be a BioShock tie-in.
Yes. And Cable from X-Men is there.
What about Larry the Cable Guy? How does he factor in? Is
doesn't.
it just a cameo?
Doesn't.
Han's there though.
Yes, Han is there.
Han
Under
is
the ocean, drifting.
Yes. Oh god. So, I guess we should talk about space then. That's what space is. We have now introduced the concept of space.
Did we?
Just in case you guys didn't know.
We kind of did. This is the biggest shit show of all time. So, let's go around. Let's talk about people's favorite space movie. I will go Mike first.
Does the thing... Oh, good point.
That's
Mike.
I'll go Mike S first because you're in the middle.
Favorite space movie?
Yeah, favorite space movie.
Oh, god damn it. I don't know.
Okay.
There's a lot of good ones.
I meant the other Mike, I guess.
Yes.
Does the thing count?
No.
Oh.
It's in Antarctica. That is not space.
This is a difficult question. I had not prepared for this, even though Jackson told me it was going to be a space podcast. Yeah. My instinct is to go with either Wrath of Khan or the 09 Trek.
But only one of those is a good movie. So, I mean, you could go Wrath of Khan. That's a great movie. But I don't know why you'd go with the other one because that's a hot pile of stinking garbage. So.
Oh, you two are just a bunch of Scrooges. Space Scrooges.
Yep.
There's your episode title.
Space Scrooge.
I would watch a movie about that.
It already exists. It's a new Doctor Who. It's bad. It's bad. It exists and it's bad. There's a Doctor Who episode called Christmas Carol, and it's bad. So, I'm sorry.
Is that in this most recent series?
Season 6 or 5, but it was with Moffat writing, so yeah, basically.
I didn't see this one.
It's also got real Star Trek influence, because it comes in and, White Bridge issuing orders. People at consoles giving the status of the ship, which was like, wait, hang on, am I watching a Star Trek show? Because that would be way better.
So let's talk about space.
Okay, let's do it.
What's your favorite planet?
My space movies? Can I give you 3?
Give me 3 space movies, Matt. Let's go.
Okay, first one, 2001, A Space Odyssey. It's right in the title.
Yes.
It's one of the best movies ever made.
Yes, it is.
Has tons of space goodness in it. I don't think I need to defend a movie that classic. Number 2, For All Mankind, is a documentary about the Apollo program as told by the astronauts, assembled from NASA footage. It is just like the director obviously asks them a bunch of questions, but it is just them talking. There's no questions, and they don't even identify who's speaking. It is just one long voiceover narration over an hour and a half of majestic space footage.
That sounds great.
And then number 3, let's pick something dumb, right?
Yeah, go full dumb. Go into that side of space, because space can get dumb.
Event Horizon is A, full of space.
It is full of space.
And B, is really dumb, but in a way I love.
Yeah.
And is like, if you're gonna pick space horror, you pick Alien. But if you're gonna continue to pick space horror, eventually you'll get to Event Horizon. And that's a pretty okay movie. It's got Sam Neill holding his own eyeballs.
What? I haven't seen Event Horizon. It's probably a good time to point out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There's this first experimental ship goes into like a black hole to go faster than light, and it like disappears and it reappears, and they find it, and the crew is missing, but there's videotape that shows like going through the black hole turn them all insane.
Oh.
And they like ghosts and stuff.
This sounds like the evil black hole travel. This sounds like the best thing.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
How would you pitch that? How would you go into a room and be like, I've got an idea for a movie, so they have to go in a black hole. Why? Because obviously they want to travel faster than light. Oh, okay. And then they go insane.
Wasn't that a Michael Crichton book?
No, you're thinking of Sphere.
And Sphere isn't actually in space. I watched it because I thought it was in space, and it wasn't. I was like, it's had about 10 seconds of space in it.
What's the maximum amount of space needed for it to qualify as a space movie? Is it all space?
No, it has to be.
I would call Contact a space movie, and it literally has maybe like 30 seconds of space.
Would you call
What about Armageddon? Is that a space movie?
Yes,
Armageddon is a movie as much as I dislike it.
Armageddon is easily my favorite Michael Bay movie because it's the only train wreck I actually enjoy watching crash. I guess. It's so terrible. It is so awful that, I don't know, it just wasn't boring. It was weird.
Okay.
He's got space dimension.
I don't know, man. Saying, like, that's my favorite Michael Bay movie is like, that's my favorite bowel movement.
Yeah. I like swallowing because that's how I ingest food.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was going a whole other direction.
Oh, Mike. It was you. You're normally quite mature and, like, with it.
Yep.
No, not today.
Nope.
I think,
yeah. Aaron keeps me in check. I think probably because we're some of the oldest ones on the podcast.
You old men.
Do I not get to hold down oldness? I feel like I am well above.
You can, but you're not usually on. But you're on now, so yeah, it's like you and me. So
I think I might be the youngest person on this show right now.
How old are you? You're 18. 18. Okay, I don't know if you or Callum's older. I think you're the same age as Callum.
How old are you, other Mike?
29.
Okay, well, I guess I'll be semi-young for once. I used to be the oldest. I'm always the oldest, but you win today.
Yay, I guess. But, hey, let's get back to space.
Let us get back to space.
Space is great.
What is the structure that we're going like? Oh, God.
Okay,
I don't know.
So I started watching the first season of TNG.
Okay, let's do this then. Are we doing this?
Sure.
Okay. What do you think of TNG?
It's not as bad as everyone says it is. Like, people say, oh, TNG, first season is terrible. But, like, even at its worst, it's still better than a lot of the stuff on nowadays.
I don't know. At its worst, it is pretty bad.
But
I wouldn't even say
it's only really bad in comparison to the seasons you'll get to. Like, you're like, oh, this is
20-minute concepts. 20-minute concepts packed into 45-minute episodes.
Yeah. No, I mean, a lot of them are fine. I quite even though it's the dumbest thing, I quite like the one where Wesley goes on the sex planet and then is sentenced to death.
Oh, that's the best one.
It's so good. Everyone's like, shit, don't jump over that railing, Wesley. Oh, man.
Okay.
Yeah, Star Trek, Mike.
Anytime Q shows up is also a delight.
Yes. Q is one of the best characters ever. Q is so good. So how far in are you?
I don't know offhand. I just keep hitting next, on my Netflix.
Yep.
On my Netflix box that, can also play games. And it's good. I like Picard, I like the cast, I can't wait to see them grow into their roles.
Can't wait to see them grow into their uniforms. Or their uniforms.
Worf.
Yeah. Their uniforms grow into them, because those old uniforms are terrible.
Oh, they're so bad.
So bad.
Is it just the collar, though?
No, it's
No.
No. When you see the new uniforms, you'll be like, oh, right.
They're tailored differently, they have a belt.
Oh,
They look 100% less space pajama.
yeah. So much better.
And I wish I had some fucking space pajamas.
Oh, damn right.
What would space pajamas be like? Would it be like the feeling of being in space when you wear them?
It'd just be fucking pajamas, but you'd be in space. So,
That's an excellent point.
I know.
I'm gonna double down on going commando in space during sleep.
Let it all hang out, 0G style.
Great image.
Yeah.
Oh, god damn it.
He didn't say...
Zero gravity. Everything's just flopping out.
He didn't say that it would be, like, on the show. He didn't say that he would make full use of the gravityless proceedings. It would just be one layer of protection less. So, that's gravity.
No. The mics had it right. It was that bad.
Okay. I mean, who else is really gonna, like, you don't have to worry about people looking in the window, really. You're fine. You're in space.
That's how First Contact gets made.
Oh.
I rewatched First Contact recently. I still like it. It's not as good as I remember it being.
Disappoint me.
No, but like, the bits on Earth.
Oh, don't worry, Matt, that's coming.
No, the bits on Earth are really good. If they had just done a Star Trek episode, if when the Borg get destroyed at the beginning, if they had stayed dead and the whole thing was on Earth, that'd be a way better movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because I just like the concept of this really dickish guy who becomes great when he realizes how small he is. It's cool. It's a cool idea. And then all the Borg stuff's kind of dumb. But ramming speed is awesome.
Oh yeah.
No.
No, it is. Worf's lines in that movie are great. Because if were you any other man, I would kill you where you stand. Come on.
No, it's weird because it's DS9 Worf put back into the TNG context and it doesn't work at all.
No. Oh, no, you're wrong there. I like Worf in that movie, but then I like Worf at any time you give me Worf, so...
So, I got a question for you guys. You're fairly old. You know TNG.
I do.
You've seen it. Seen all of it.
I watched it all in like a month. Well, no, I watched it all.
Watching it, so I've seen it all multiple times.
Same. Turns out that what I grew up watching was mostly season 1.
Oh wow.
Huh.
Yeah, all the ones I remembered thoroughly were early ones. And then there were a couple ones, like, I had seen all the Barclay episodes and thought they were all one episode.
It would be a crazy episode.
So I was watching him fuck about the holodeck and thinking, when does it get to the thing where he goes to the holodeck and becomes a genius? It was like, it was pretty dumb. So yeah, go.
My question is, how heavily do they play on the Locutus of Borg thing? Because I went to the comic shop during Free Comic Book Day, and they sold out like as soon as their doors opened, so I figured I was there, might as well get this Star Trek comic. And they would not shut up about the Locutus thing. Just every other word out of their fucking mouths.
I will answer this. There's Best of Both Worlds Part 1 and 2. There's kind of a Fallout episode of that. And then I think it's mentioned maybe 2 more times ever.
It kind of shows up in the iBorg. That's basically it. That is literally it. And
it is like 1% of that entire show.
And it seems like every time in the expanded universe when Picard and the Borg show up, gotta have that.
No, this is how you identify people who don't actually watch TNG.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Also, they killed 7 of 9 in that comic. I don't know how either of you feel about that.
I haven't seen Voyager yet.
Anything that comes from Voyager is automatically bad, so...
That's my next journey. I have to go through it. I think you understand.
So would you say it's your next voyage?
No. Yes, I will.
God damn it.
I will.
And then after that long road...
there to here. I like to antagonize my father by randomly playing the Star Trek Enterprise theme tune.
It is glorious.
It is so good. Alright, let's talk about what matters. What's your favorite Star Trek theme tune? Go!
Voyager.
TNG.
Oh, just a second.
So, now that Matt's gone, I liked Into Darkness.
Fuck you!
I haven't seen it.
I
want
liked
to see it
in the same... Half the time... can we put a spoiler thing up so people know I'm gonna fucking spoil this movie?
I have not seen it, so if you guys are gonna spoil it, I'm gonna take off my headphones. You message me when you're done spoiling it.
Alright, I will. Okay, let's talk about Into Darkness.
Wait, Mike, leave. Are you gone? Okay, he's gone.
He's gone.
So, when they were ripping off the Wrath of Khan, for me it alternated between, oh god, why are you doing this? And, like, appreciating the sheer balls they have. Like, when Spock yelled out Khan, I really loved that. But not for the reasons I think they wanted me to love it.
That is the opposite of balls. I would like to point out. There's nothing brave about redoing Khan. Absolutely.
Well, I mean, like, the way they just ripped things off wholesale. It's not like they redid it.
It was brazen as fuck. But
right.
Remember when Trek 09 ended with we've got this whole new universe to explore and we can do anything we want because we effectively dodged the bullet of fan cannon by rewriting the universe? And guess what they didn't do? Anything original.
Yep.
I think, like, as a Star Trek movie, Wrath of Khan, Into Darkness, that was completely unintentional. Pissed me off, I think, more than I would have liked it to. I knew coming into it after appreciating the 09 film and kind of getting into Trek more, I wouldn't look at a sequel the same way. But I didn't really expect it to be to this extent. I liked it as an action movie set in space, but I think it was a big step back.
The very idea that there is a sequence where they meet a bunch of Klingons and have a shootout is the worst. That's not Star Trek.
Originally, one of them was meant to be played by Michael Dorn.
That would have been so great!
You can tell.
Yeah.
I'm like, is there gonna be a cameo here? No, thank God.
No, yeah, I was like, please don't. Please fucking don't. And they decided it might confuse people if they mixed old and new.
Oh yeah, that's what they're worried about.
Because, they didn't do any of that in the rest of the fucking movie.
But, like, I thought the Klingon shootout was well shot. It had a decent pacing to it. Like,
you're making an action movie, but you shouldn't call it Star Trek.
Well, that was okay.
Hey, Mike, how do you spell Kronos?
Oh, shut up, Johnson.
I didn't actually know it was spelled like that fucking
Q-O
mess.
It's not. They're aliens. That's the point. They're fucking aliens. That's the point. Remember that.
They shouldn't call it Star Trek thing. Some guy in a suit was always going to make a new Star Trek, and it was going to be not Star Trek. That was always going to happen. There was no timeline.
There's a version of Star Trek where you can reboot it, make it appeal to modern audiences, and not be dumb. And it's a television show.
Also, it's called Wrath of Khan. They did that. They brought in people that hadn't watched the show and made a movie for commercial audiences, and it was one of the best fucking movies. So
when did that come out?
82.
Right, and it is now 2013. I think tastes have changed. Like, you can't get away with the Wrath of Khan now. No, and they tried.
Indicative of what tastes are, then we are all doomed, and why are we talking about movies at all? Just pack it up, start reading books.
Okay, so let me pitch this alternate reality to you.
Okay.
Michael Bay's Star Trek. And I've thought about this extensively. Because I knew when I came on this podcast, I was going to get people complaining about me liking Star Trek. So, Megan Fox plays Spock. And this is set in present-day Earth.
This already has more interesting ideas than Trek 09, so...
At least it's different. At least that is him going, fuck off, I'm doing this in this weird alternate universe. J.J. Abrams is there. I mean, I hate J.J. Abrams always, so...
Yeah, but ultimately the problem of Into Darkness isn't that it takes too many liberties, it's that it doesn't do its own thing. Yeah. It's so slaven to this fan service that they're trapped being, like, not a good original movie and not a good, like, Star Trek legacy movie.
Fan service for anything should never be, hey, look at that thing. Do you remember Tribbles, you guys? Because we got one. We have one right here.
Yeah, that struck me as particularly egregious.
That Tribble saved Kirk's life. So. And
the more you know Star Trek, the more, like, egregious things show up in that movie.
Yeah.
It's really ridiculous. Like, you don't win any favors by name-dropping so many things.
Speaking of name drops, did it strike either of you as kind of super misogynistic that they just stripped off all of Alice's clothes and then the camera lingered on her in her underwear, and then she did nothing for the whole movie. Like, that was really gross, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But not like surprising or anything. It was honest in a way. It was like, yeah, this shot is here just to have this shot, and we know it, and you know it, and we're not even going to bother trying. And I was like, fucking hell.
Is that you know it's only there because Zoe Saldana is too smart to agree to do it.
Yes, exactly. And her character's only there because she's in Wrath of Khan, so fuck that.
So in Michael Bay's Star Trek,
Okay.
Channing Tatum plays Kirk.
Oh,
You go see.
I want to see this movie now. This is what you've done.
So Megan Fox and Kirk, they go to high school with, and their history teacher is played by Kerry Washington, and she's Uhura. But it turns out she's from space, and they've got to stop the Klingons from blowing up Earth, except she, I don't know, this is a Michael Bay movie, so she slips on like a black stereotype or whatever and falls and dies. And right before she dies, she gives Kirk the keys to the Enterprise. And it looks like real keys, mind you.
Okay.
Like the keys to a Cadillac.
Do they have a mini Enterprise keychain?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
And it's the Enterprise D. Just for fun.
Okay.
So they find a bunch of stereotypes. Let's see. They need some Coen Brothers regulars. I'm going to say John Turturro and Steve Buscemi play McCoy and Chekhov, respectively. And they're both just stereotypes. They're janitors at the high school. So they go into Uhura's garage, and they find the Enterprise underneath her garage. And, I don't know, the principal's Leonard Nimoy or something. So he has to just walk by, look at the camera, and say the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, and then just walk off. You never see him again. The Enterprise
So he's the
flies
master
out.
teacher, obviously.
Yes.
Exactly. He just shows up, looks at the camera, walks off. Nothing else is ever seen from him again. Enterprise flies outside Earth. We cut to the Klingon general played by Ken Jeong. No makeup, no nothing. And, I don't know, Aaron Kruger wrote the script, so his name is Dick. First name Penis. Penis Dick. And throughout the entire movie, they're all just sniggering at him. And, I don't know, his crew is fucking Shia LaBeouf and a CGI Muppet. That's my pitch for Michael Bay's Star Trek.
But nobody will walk out of that movie saying, I think that this captures the legacy of Star Trek.
That's the point, is that is so dumb that you're like, sure, whatever. No one, the thing that is upsetting about this isn't that it's terrible, because terrible movies happen all the time, and I don't give a shit.
There's already like 10 terrible Star Trek movies.
Exactly. Like, Star Trek 5 is terrible, but I don't hate it like I dislike this. I will allow Star Trek 5 to exist because it's not changing anything. It affects nothing. And these are changing how people see Star Trek in a really damaging way. No other franchise has a wiki page as big as cultural impact of Star Trek. And that shit's important.
It's because nobody's actually had the cultural impact of Star Trek. Exactly.
And now people think, oh, that J.J. Abrams movie with the explosions, and it makes me sad.
Well, those people were never going to search out Star Trek to begin with. Like, your fat grandma who thinks, oh, I want to go see an explosion action movie. They're going to look for, like, the best of both worlds or something.
But Star Trek does not have to be for everybody. Like, media properties don't have to be for everybody. The minute you say, we need to make this appeal to everyone, you're not doing anything artistic.
Yeah.
But that was always going to happen, though. I guess that's my ultimate point.
People saying a cynical way of looking at things. It doesn't have to be that cutthroat.
I would say realistic, not cynical.
No, because we still have some good movies and some good TV shows. They do exist in the world.
And this is not a bad movie.
Yes, it is.
I would say
it's a bad movie.
Spock punches Khan in the face, it cuts to black, and then no, it's not, because it's like, I guess he threw the final punch, roll the epilogue, we're not even going to bother having any kind of coherence to this. Fuck. Just on pure movie making level, that was depressing. And then they top it off having a monologue at the end about exploration. And it's just like, kill me. Jesus.
I mean, you two are mad at, like, the new Star Trek franchise in general. And I could argue with the two of you about 09 Trek not being a bad film.
Why, let's do that. Let's do it then. Why? Why is it?
I don't think Trek 09 is a bad film. I think it poorly represents what Star Trek is. I think Into Darkness is a genuinely bad movie.
Yeah. Okay. I think the problem with Trek Nine as a film is that the character work with Kirk and Spock is terrible, and at no point did I buy that Spock should suddenly start being on his side of like, no, fuck Kirk. Spock, do what you're doing. Fuck that guy.
I thought Pine delivered his lines with enough confidence that he came off as believable to the audience.
I think Pine's the problem. I think the scripts are bad.
Yeah, the words are not good words. The biggest egregious problem with Starting Into Darkness as a movie is the writing is terrible. He comes into Pine's office and Pine goes, here is the exact lesson you are going to learn in this movie. Are you ready to learn your lesson? I'm off to die. And then... And then it happens, and you're like, fuck this! And then he flies through space. Was anyone else reminded of Nemesis when they flew through space? Because I was.
Yeah.
Right.
So in Michael Bay's Star Trek...
Let's hear about it, because it's better than what we're actually talking about.
Yep.
So Channing Tatum beams over to Captain Dick's ship. And he punches a fat black crew member of Captain Dick, because again, Michael Bay movie, gotta have the racism. And the black guy was carrying a bucket of chicken, and Captain Kirk picks up a piece of chicken. So he has to fight...
No. The chicken's in 0G.
It's not.
Yeah, it's gotta.
No, it's not, because Aaron Kruger says it isn't. So he picks up the chicken, eats all the chicken off, and then has this big fight with Ken Jeong, and, I don't know, takes the chicken... And it's sharp for some reason. He stabs him in the head and says, honor this, and then beams over to the other ship, and then Spock dies.
I'm pretty sure
keel's over.
That's a one-liner out of First Contact, so...
It's assimilate this.
Whatever. Might as well be the same thing.
You said assimilate this.
That's the subtitle for Michael Bay's Star Trek 2, assimilate this. And the Borg show up.
They're gonna
the Borg are goths.
They're gonna do the Borg in Star Trek 3, and you know it, and it's gonna make me sad. Or they're gonna do Q, and that'll be weird.
Oh...
well, by that point,
say that. You made me so sad.
By that point, I don't think they'll have Abrams doing that.
No, they won't, but Orsi and Lindelof will still be writing the script. Orsi and Lindelof and Kurtzman.
For once, I will say J.J. Abrams probably isn't this movie's worst problem.
He's one of them. He's not like he's good, but he's not the core of the issue because he was hired after the script was written by the two script writers who are terrible. So, blah.
Well, think about it like this. Imagine if you were a Transformers fan.
Okay, let me think about that. I'm trying. Okay, I'm there.
Care about being sold toys. Nope, don't.
Actually, to be fair, Mike loves being sold toys.
Oh, yes.
How
toys.
Yes.
But, like, with the Transformers thing, maybe I'm looking at this saying, oh my god, at least this isn't the worst thing to ever happen in cinema. You don't have Revenge of the Fallen in your fandom, is what I'm saying.
Put it this way. I'm actually kind of excited for that Ninja Turtles movie. So I'm the problem.
I like the 2007 Ninja Turtles movie. So
do I. But I think that's an adaptable thing. I'd like to see what they do with it. Can't be worse than Turtles 3. Really can't.
Never saw any of those old Turtles movies.
See, this is where I would launch in with a fake pitch for Michael Bay's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but it would just end up being the real movie, so I'm not going to bother.
So when do we get to talk about Deep Space Nine?
Never seen it.
Are we just going to talk all Star Trek?
No, we're going to go into Star Wars in a minute. Don't worry, Mike. We'll do the other dumb stuff.
Okay, let's have say like 5
Well, I'm just saying, like, we don't want this to be like a 10-hour podcast either.
Oh no, no, it won't be 10 hours.
This podcast has structure?
No, it does not.
Oh, we try. We've been trying lately.
I'm basically gonna.
You weren't even here for the first hour.
Oh, he was here for half of it, and oh god, the first half hour isn't actually going in at all.
It's so bad.
At least we're laughing and not hating existence now. But there was existence hatred confirmed.
Okay, Jackson, talk about Deep Space Nine.
Fuck! Deep Space Nine is the best Trek show. Is so good. I love it so much. I've watched it in about 2 weeks, and you can lose yourself in that show so hard. Man. Like, the things that show does in terms of character relationships and how they grow, never been done before in Trek. They'd always had kind of static crews, and fuck. The way the minor characters change, religious themes don't fuck with the hard science themes and vice versa. You got huge arc stories and idea-driven single stories, and it's excellent. I love it.
I will back up. Deep Space Nine is the best Trek.
It is. He's not wrong. Garrick is the best. Welcome to... Yep.
But to anyone who has not seen Deep Space Nine or Next Gen, I still recommend starting with Next Generation.
Oh, yes.
Because I feel like having the groundwork for what Star Trek is in a modern context, not like the original series is kind of its own thing in a real way. But having that baseline of TNG makes Deep Space Nine even more surprising.
But if you want the quick version, just go out into theaters this weekend and see Star Trek Into Darkness. It'll really give you the full experience.
Which will have nothing to do with Star Trek.
Yeah, it'll give you the full experience of a bad movie. Just, if that's what you want.
If you need to see a movie about Star Trek because you have no time or patience, go rent Galaxy Quest, which is still probably the second best Star Trek movie.
Do you really? I know Star Trek 6 is great. I really like Star Trek 6. Still,
I think Star Trek 6 is probably the third best Star Trek movie.
I watched Star Trek 4 with my mum for some reason. That film's dumb.
Oh God, I hate that movie. I know that people like it because it's dumb, but I just can't get on board.
It's the silliest movie ever made of all time, ever. It's so dumb.
Okay, so let's put a kibosh on the Star Trek talk.
All right.
And let's talk about something even dumber.
Do you guys like Star Wars?
Serious.
No, we already did our Fast and Furious segments.
So,
oh shit, really? God damn it.
I know. So hear me out. So, Jedi, and he's killing some shit. He's fucking shit up. It's crazy. And he takes off his hood, and it's Han!
Oh.
Didn't I already come up with this pitch, though?
Everyone has come up with this pitch because, as you remember, the first drifters invented drifting in the mountains. The drifting Jedi. Fuck. Oh. Alright, talk about Star Wars. If you like Star Wars, go. What do you think of Star Wars?
I don't know.
So Michael Bay's Star Wars.
Oh God.
That's all I had for that.
That would be bad. I don't know. The original trilogy is still pretty damn good. It still holds up pretty well.
No, Return of the Jedi is terrible.
Well, Return of the Jedi is half good.
Yeah, I'll give it half.
Yeah, it's half good. Empire Strikes Back is still probably one of the best films.
Jabba's dumb. Ewoks are dumb. Space Battle's awesome. Emperor's pretty cool. That's kind of where I feel on Jedi.
I think the prequels, they're terrible. I mean, there's no way around that. I think they introduced some interesting concepts that could have been done a whole lot better.
Yeah, like having Obi-Wan be a space cop. That could have been the best thing ever made.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that could have been pretty neat. I mean, you had some really good actors. Ewan McGregor was pretty great as young Obi-Wan. I don't know if you could have picked someone better to do him. I was kind of sad to see Liam Neeson only in the first one. I know his character was kind of
the most man on Earth. Yes.
So what?
The most boring man on Earth. On
space, I guess.
I know. I just think like, oh man, what if it was like Liam Neeson from The Grey, and then
you need a script that is good.
Yes, that is true. I don't know. I think the Revenge of the Sith, I think is also kind of half good. But that is about his best. That is the most glowing, I'll say, of the prequels.
I will say that
the bad half or the worst half?
I don't know.
It's not really like the movie has a half. Like in Attack of the Clones, although it's all bad, there is a half that you can say, yes, Obi-Wan Space Cop is better than Anakin falling in love. That's a fact. But in Revenge of the Sith, it's more just like, I guess the baseline of quality is a bit better. Just a tad.
The quality is a little better. I don't know. I still kind of like that final battle between Obi-Wan and Anakin. It's pretty neat.
It's so long.
It is long. Yes, but
just a chainsaw needs to be taken to that scene. It's the only way to edit it.
If he did put a chainsaw in that scene, I'd be on board.
There you go, Michael Bay Star Trek. It's a sequel to Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah.
That said, I think that there's plenty of room to do interesting things with Star Wars. Cause, like you have, I feel like Star Wars games are hit and miss, books are hit and miss, but they're not any more hit and miss than the actual Star Wars. And you have like the cartoon, not the CG one, cause I haven't watched that, though I heard that it was alright. The cartoon was really good.
The cartoon was great. Yeah.
Wait, I thought there was only one CG one. Oh wait, you're talking about the Clone Wars animated?
Clone Wars. Yeah.
There's Clone Wars and there's Clone Wars. We're talking about Clone Wars.
The non-CG Clone Wars.
Yeah, Clone Wars.
Yes.
Okay.
Was there another one?
Yeah, Clone Wars.
They were both called Clone Wars, yeah.
Basically, there's Star Trek Clone Wars, there's Star Wars Clone Wars, and there's Clone Wars, and we're talking about Clone Wars. It's saying the Clone Wars.
I watched that for the first time in like 5 years the other day, and it's still really good.
Yeah. Shark T, you guys.
Star Trek Clone Wars, on the other hand, is just Nemesis. So
I am going to rewatch that again soon. It's going to be super dumb.
Oh, you're in for the most awful treat.
I watched 10 minutes of Insurrection today, and I was like, oh no, wait, this was a terrible decision. I have to turn this off right now.
Insurrection's like the worst episode of Next Generation, but it goes on for 2 hours.
It's kind of good because it did bring new dress costumes, which are way better than the old dress costumes. So I guess it did that. Anyway.
Yeah.
So I think, is anyone excited for Star Wars Episode 7 at all?
I'm actually interested in seeing what they do.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say excited, but I'm not dismissing it out of hand.
I mean, I know this will never happen, but
worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they'll never do this, but I know in the books, Luke went to the dark side for a while. I would think that'd be really interesting if they went down that path, but they never will.
These movies are going to be aimed at kids.
No, I know.
But like, if they're Avengers quality aimed at kids, that's perfectly alright with me.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's just a shame because in my mind, the only way you continue from Jedi is you fuck having Jedi or Sith, just all the shady British generals in the Imperial being crazy political backstabbing. That's all I want.
That's kind of how a lot of the books turned into. It turned basically like the West Wing in space.
But really, it's House of Cards. It's going to be House of Cards in space.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the best. Now, Star Trek 7 is going to suck because I'll have that in my head.
Kevin Spacey just turns around. And
Star Trek 7 came out in the 90s and did suck.
No, wait. Star Trek 7 was okay. Shut up. I'm still holding on to that. It's one of my favorite childhood movies. You can't take that away from me. Anyway. Oh no, wait, that was Generations. I'm lying.
No, Generations. Generations is terrible.
Sorry, no, you're right there. Fuck. God.
Whatever. It's got Malcolm McDowell in it.
I feel like the most important thing Star Wars can do is get rid of legacy cast as fast as possible. I know they're going to have them in 7, but they need to get rid of those characters.
Well, I know they've confirmed Harrison Ford, but have they confirmed Carrie Fisher?
I remember someone saying Carrie Fisher was on board, and why wouldn't she be? What is she doing?
Yeah, that's true.
Hold on for a second, guys. I need to close my windows before rain comes in. I'll be right back.
Whatever. We want to hear that soothing music.
So let's talk about how Mike's wrong about Into Darkness again.
Yeah.
I have not seen it, but I think you guys are crazy.
Continue this course of... Why do you think we're crazy, Mike?
No, I mean, granted, I have not seen it, so maybe it will be bad. Maybe I think it will be bad. I don't know. I had a lot of fun with the 09 Trek. I know you guys are very anti... I don't know. Are you anti-Trek? Are you anti-J.J. Abrams?
I'm both. And I'm more anti-J.J. Abrams, not for destroying. I'm anti the writers for what it is. I'm anti-J.J. Abrams for destroying all of television. So
So in your mind, what would have made a great not original setting, but prequel setting for Trek, a modern Trek.
You don't do the prequel set. Fuck, don't do a prequel setting. You go to O'Brien teaching at the Space Academy.
No.
But you gotta do something new.
The thing is, I laid out for Jackson a way you could make even the premise of Into Darkness work. Sure, so I can't tell you because it's spoilery, but there is a thing they could have done, a direction they could have taken that movie, and it would have been a perfectly fine movie.
Evil time-traveling space Picard.
No! That's quite possibly the worst thing anyone could say.
But that's like the best direction they could go. If they're going to start raping Trek canon, you gotta go in that direction. Go all the way with it.
If they're gonna start going all the way with it, it's go to start bringing in whales. Send Chris Pine in.
I know what you could do. You could make the whale a Borg.
Oh.
You start flipping on your head. So in Star Trek V, God goes in search of Chris Pine.
All right.
This is what you should do. These are the best ones. So that's why I'm not very excited for Star Wars 7.
No joke. I think Brad Bird could have done a great Star Trek movie, aimed at many people.
Yeah.
I agree.
Sure.
That would be my pick for a guy to reboot Star Trek.
But I think that I was discussing this with my friend the other day, and we were like, who would we get to make a new Star Trek? Fuck that. Who would we get who would we pick to make a new Trek TV show? And we couldn't think of anyone. It was not like there's a single person out there who I can think of which is doing the stuff I like about Trek on TV.
Oh, it wouldn't be anyone who has a current voice. It'd have to be new
Exactly. Because that's how distant the current TV voices are from what Trek TV was at its best. And it's sad.
To be fair, that's always kind of been how Trek works. You get showrunners, and then you get every writer in the world pitches scripts, and they just take the cool sci-fi stories they like and fold them into the flow of a season.
Yeah, yes. That is true. Yeah. So I guess we can go back to Star Wars or any other movies about space.
There's a lot of space movies coming out this year.
There are.
There's Gravity, and I'm interested in seeing that.
Interested in seeing After Earth.
Yeah, me too.
Really?
Why?
I think After Earth looks really cool and if you took 70s sci-fi that's really bleak and very much about the collision of technology and primalism, and you made it a big CG thing, I think that's what you get. Not Avatar, you get After Earth, and I think After Earth looks really interesting.
I like me some Gary Whitta. M. Night Shyamalan I think his attachment to that project is just killing it for me.
I think that M. Night Shyamalan has learned his lesson, I hope, and is basically workman-like doing this.
I'm the other way around, yeah.
Hired gun.
I guess. I don't know. I just don't know if, I don't know, to me, normally I like Will Smith, but I don't know, neither him nor his son are really doing anything for that film, nor M. Night Shyamalan. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll probably end up seeing it, but...
In the trailers, Will Smith looks like he's fucking asleep.
Well, to me, I almost thought, when I saw the first trailer, I'm like, is he an android or something? Because he has, he's got such a lack of emotion. I honestly thought, is he, not really this dude's dad? He's, some kind of, surrogate father to this kid?
Well, that's just Shyamalan direction in the last few movies. It sounds like you're describing The Last Airbender there, so that's scary.
So, did anybody notice the Deus Ex Human Revolution music in that latest trailer?
Why would no?
After Earth?
No.
No, I don't recognize by ear the instant I hear Deus Ex Human Revolution music. I mean...
It's really distinctive, though. It's the main menu music. I guess that's why I recognized it. But
oh, okay.
Is it really? Is it actually the music, or is it just sound?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, that's cool.
Uh-huh.
I remember that game having great music. So
it does.
Michael, what are you saying? You're saying
I was going to say, what else is space?
What else is space?
Futurama.
Futurama does have space.
Futurama's great.
Futurama's ending.
I know, that's so sad.
I think they've had a good run.
Yeah,
they have. I'm glad it got, Comedy Central brought it back. It's sad to see that go when we still have the fucking Simpsons. I'm sorry.
The Simpsons aren't bad.
The new Simpsons are really, really bad. They're pretty bad.
It's been bad for over 10 years. I'm sorry.
I've never gotten into The Simpsons. So.
Futurama is better than The Simpsons.
Yes.
I've tried watching The Simpsons. Yeah, I like Futurama a whole lot. I can't get into The Simpsons.
Go talk about Futurama.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, there's just so much.
Remember when they made those movies and they were terrible?
Those movies were pretty bad. I wanted to like them, but they were pretty bad. No, but I don't know, that dog episode of Futurama, I forget what it's called. Oh, Jurassic Park.
Yes. Oh God, the dog episode, man.
Very few things make me get teary eyed, and that Futurama managed to do that on more than one occasion. Especially with that, and then with Leela finding her parents. It's just such a good show. I don't know.
I never got as sad at those moments as people told me I would.
Right. I
think it's the tone. Futurama is generally a pretty funny show, and it's hard for me to suddenly start crying out of nowhere.
That's why I think that show is even sadder, is because it's typically so funny.
That's why that dog moment works so well, because it's like, it wraps up in its normal way, and then bam! Just like, no, check it out, dog. And you're like, fuck! But then I guess I cry at everything, ever, so then I...
Yep, me too.
And then they undid that moment in one of the movies.
Did they?
Yeah. You didn't see that one?
I didn't see any of the movie, I've just seen the episodes, because
he comes back and hangs out with his dog, and the dog dies in an explosion.
It's dumb. I remember, what's the one where they kept jumping through time, and...
I really like that episode. That's one of my favorite episode.
What they do with Fry and Leela's relationship by skipping it. It's great.
Yep. So sad.
So sad. Just like, cut from married to divorce like that, and Fry's reaction is like, what?
Yeah. Or the one where they go back to 1944 to Roswell.
Oh, yes. Oh, look, a buffet. If only I bought my wallet. It's one of my favorite quotes from anything.
All right, who's your favorite Futurama character?
Bender.
Other than Bender. Everybody loves Bender.
Zoidberg.
Acceptable.
Hermes.
I don't know.
Hermes is good.
Probably Zoidberg too, because it's crazy. Maybe, what's his face? The janitor guy. Janitor guy's pretty dope.
Scruffy.
Scruffy, yes. Scruffy's good. Oh God, I haven't seen that show.
I don't think there's a bad character on that show.
Oh no, it's solid. It's good stuff. So,
It is good stuff.
Is that the only space show that's out right now? I think it probably is.
Yeah, no more things are set in space. It is no longer the 90s.
Or if you want to count Firefly, which I know Matt hates, but
we're not going to get into it because I don't want to have that argument.
I want to have that argument.
I don't know if we have to have an argument.
I want to see that argument because I've never seen any Firefly.
You should want.
It'll give me time to come up with my Star Wars Michael Bay pitch. So you guys have the argument.
You should watch Firefly because I still really like Firefly. I haven't seen it since I was 14. So I guess that's the perfect age to see Firefly.
Yep.
I don't know. I saw it when I was in college, and I still love it. I haven't seen it in a while, but I think it also has probably one of the most accurate depictions of space. Because
no, it's not even a space show. That's a yo.
Well, I know it's not even a space show, but I'm just saying it's depictions of space, like with the quietness of it. Because anytime they're in space, it's only music. There's no sound.
I agree with that. That's not why I think that show is bullshit.
Why is that show bullshit, Matt?
It's the worst. It's the worst. No, I don't know. It's something about like the tone being this weird adventure-y thing that's trying to be sold as sci-fi because it's not even a sci-fi show, really.
People calling it sci-fi because it's in space is the dumbest thing.
It's a Western.
Yeah, but it's also Joss Whedon writing a Joss Whedon show. And it's a Western. It's not sci-fi. It's not really. It's got ideas of a kind, but it's not like here's our.
To be fair, I think that if Firefly had continued to exist somewhere around season 2, I probably would have liked it a lot more because it would have found what it was actually about. But it didn't really have any of that going on yet, and then they shoved all of it into Serenity, which is one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
I like that movie, but I will agree with you that it did try to throw in way too much.
There's too much. It's fan servicey on a level that is gross. It somehow feels cheaper than the TV show. I don't even know how you do that.
It is. I mean, you're right because you get all these moments that you've been wanting from the that one season, and it's just kind of all thrown together into 2 hours. Although, who's the actor that played the bad guy? Fuck.
That guy. Yeah. No.
Yeah. Whatever. He was great. I don't know. I thought he made for an interesting villain, and I'm sad that guy doesn't get more roles because I think he's a pretty good actor.
He was in a pretty good British miniseries called The Shadow Line recently, which is
really?
pretty. Yes, him and Christopher Eccleston were in that. It's 7 parts. Is dark as all hell. British cops. It's great.
In space?
No, alas, set in London. I know you can improve any show's premise by pretty much saying in space. Like, pitch me a show right now, any show that's shit, go.
Friends.
In space!
It's still shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's still
shit. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Pretty Little Liars in space. What's your pitch? Come on, Jackson.
I don't know. All I know.
It's on you.
All I know about Pretty Little Liars is my sister thinks it's the best show I've made after Gilmore Girls. So.
Oh, have you seen
Gilmore Girls? Is good.
I've seen Gilmore Girls. I quite like Gilmore Girls.
Okay.
That's good writing.
Yes.
She has erratic taste. Sometimes she's like, yeah, ER's alright. And then it's like, yeah, Pretty Little Liars, not alright. I don't know. But, you know. None of them are in space.
If ER was in space, I'd watch that show.
I would so watch ER in space. God, yes. All right.
Wasn't
what?
Adventures of Briscoe County Jr. Wasn't that kind of like space? I mean, sort of.
I need to see that. I haven't seen it.
I mean, I was a kid. I mean, I was like 10 when that came out.
I know it has a deep sci-fi bent.
Yeah. But
I don't know.
You got Sliders. Sliders was sort of space.
Is Sliders in space? I've never actually seen Sliders. I thought it was just
trying to remember. I thought there's lots of wormholes. I don't know.
I guess that's space.
I guess that's space.
They do things in space.
Yeah. But yeah, we do. We need another space show. What the hell?
We do. There needs to be a show.
No, we don't. TV is terrible nowadays.
Oh, we need good TV as well.
There's always Doctor Who. I mostly say that to annoy Jackson.
Yes. And there's no greater cause, really.
So, when did Doctor Who start being
Season 5.
terrible?
Season 5.
It wasn't great around Season 5, but it's like bad now.
No, it was overnight. It was pretty much overnight, and we just realized when it didn't
Which
change.
season is Season 5? Because I might have to fight you.
The season where David Tennant leaves is the one after that. As soon as David Tennant leaves.
Okay. Because the season David Tennant leaves is the best thing I've ever seen on TV, I think.
It's really good.
Which one? Do you mean the season or the...
Just the whole Donna season I love.
Yeah, no,
Donna's great.
Donna is the best character on that show, and fuck what Stephen Moffat has done to companions, and the characters are not characters, they are question marks put into his, they're a flirty, feisty girl persona. Stephen Moffat is disgusting, and, okay, that's all I have to say.
I appreciate your rage.
Thank you.
This is great.
It's great. It's pretty... I'm just going through the list of space movies now, so...
You got Alien?
You do have Alien. Let's talk about Alien. And let's talk about Prometheus.
No, it's not. That movie is beautifully shot, and that's all I'm going to say good about it.
It's a gorgeous movie.
Yes.
I was way more interested at the beginning when it was just land. It's like, here, check out this land. I was into that.
I mean, Idris Elba was pretty interesting. That's about it.
That is a movie that goes from being potentially brilliant to awful simply because of David Lindelof. Like, I don't think there's any other thing wrong with that movie on the face of it, except for the awful script.
Isn't like Aaron Kruger Jr.?
Isn't he writing what?
I was going to say, isn't he writing the sequel to Prometheus, which I don't know how the fuck it's just not Alien, but...
Because Prometheus ends on a cliffhanger. That's how.
Yeah. But the note Prometheus ends on shouldn't be a cliffhanger. You could play that same note without it being a cliffhanger.
Oh, I know, but they set it up as a cliff. It might as well be a TV pilot.
Oh, fuck. Okay, now you're making me
this
as
season on Prometheus.
Oh, Prometheus is such a space.
The Xenomorph shows up during the sweeps.
Oh.
Fuck.
Ellen Ripley for the season finale.
Fuck!
Oh, you're the worst person!
And you know what would happen. I speak the truth.
No, you do. That's the worst part.
We fly through space and then Bishop shows up. Bishop. Oh. And then, I don't know. Oh, that's dumb.
Gearbox makes a game about it.
Yeah, okay. Sure. Fuck that. So Alien is pretty good. I really like Alien. I don't like Aliens.
Yeah, me and Jackson will throw it on.
I don't know. Aliens is just good. It's a good, dumb, fun action movie, and that's all it's trying to be. It's not trying to be anything more than that.
I didn't like Alien as much as I thought I would, mainly because I came to it after I saw pretty much every other movie that ripped off Alien.
That doesn't really impact how great I think Alien is. Just the whole fact you have...
I can appreciate it from an aesthetic sense, but I didn't enjoy it.
Oh, it's so good. It's tense as all hell, and you just get about an hour of people just chatting shit.
Not really, because I know Ripley is the one who gets out. Because I saw Aliens first.
I knew Ripley was the one who gets out, and that didn't affect anything.
I agree. I knew that entire movie before I had seen it, and I still thought it was brilliant.
Yeah, when the guy is in the vents and the alien comes out, I still fucking shit my pants. That's, come on. But yeah, I don't like Aliens. Mike, do you like Aliens?
Which one?
Both of you, but mainly the one that didn't answer last time.
I answered.
I like Aliens.
Why?
Not... In case you haven't noticed, I like things that are dumb.
Okay. Do you remember when you thought we had exactly the same taste? Those are the days.
I think that it's still weirdly similar enough in really specific ways. Like, who else played Digimon World Dawn? Like, nobody.
Fuck. Yes!
We're not talking about this. We're not talking about this.
I agree with Matt.
Fucking, it's great. And you scan them and you get 909. Oh, it's so good. Okay.
So, other notable space movies...
Lockout.
My video game podcast.
No,
we can talk about
Lockout is not another notable space movie.
Space Jail? Yes.
Space Jam.
Space Jam.
Space Jam.
Space Jam has almost no space in it, for the record.
It has more
Bill
Murray
a decent amount
than
of
it has
space.
No, it doesn't. It has a mediocre amount of space. I would not call it decent.
Moon.
Yes, Moon. Alright, I want to talk about Moon, because my favorite thing about Moon is it is a movie, like all movies these days, based around a twist, but it doesn't play it as a twist. I love that. Just like, things happen and it lets them happen, and there's no, oh shit, we tricked you moment, clones. It is just, hey look, the clones show up at some point. And it doesn't affect your enjoyment, and it's so good. Fuck, I love Moon.
And then I'm gonna put out Apollo 13. As the great space movie of the 90s.
Yes.
Yep.
That movie is so good.
I think I watched that to prepare for the space podcast we didn't do. In the week I watched like 19 space movies. What? What?
What's to Prey? That's not really a space movie.
No, but you did say it was two guys in a quarry and I was like, sold! So, I kind of had to. What were you talking about? Apollo 13. Yes, no, I really like Apollo 13. That movie's great. Back me up, guys!
We all agree with you.
Okay.
I think that's given.
I just haven't seen it.
Also a space movie, Final Fantasy The Spirits Within. Not a good space movie, but it's a space
movie.
That is a space movie.
It could be good. It could be so good. No, it could, because fucking spirits that kill you when they touch you is terrifying. It's a terrifying concept, and the sequence where they are trying to escape the city should be amazing. But it's not. It's terrible, and I'm like...
Jackson, you know where they already did spirits that will murder you?
Where?
Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, but no, I mean when they the don't let them touch you thing, the oh shit, they're gonna touch me, they steal my soul. That's scary. Yes. They could have done something good with that. It's similar to 9 in a way. I love 9 for some reason. Name dropping 9.
I've never seen 9, but I want to.
See 9.
Yeah.
That movie changed my life in a really weird way.
Oh, you mean that Daniel Day-Lewis movie?
Yes, no. No. Shut up, Matt. Clearly mean the Sackboy movie. God. Anyway, I think Apollo 13, I remember watching and thinking, the most interesting part about this entire movie is his wife.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, why don't they do more with the wife? The wife is more interesting than space. What's wrong with me?
How is that more interesting than space?
I don't know.
Yeah.
They have to make the square thing go in the round thing, and all they've got are their tools on the table.
Oh yeah, that bit is great, where they come in and like, we have 20 minutes and all this shit, figure it out. And they're like, what? Yeah. I'm going through this list here. Treasure Planet.
I'll talk about Treasure Planet.
Will you talk about Titan AE?
No, I'll talk about Treasure Planet.
Okay, god damn. Treasure Planet, another movie. They fucking wasted that film when they got rid of the mother in the first 5 minutes. God damn it. Did a whole long speech about how that film was ruined when they took the most interesting character out in the first 10 minutes. It's dumb.
I've never seen it.
You're fine. It's alright. I saw Sunshine.
I haven't seen that. Don't spoil that.
We'll talk about that. What else we got here? Matt, talk about The Fifth Element.
Fifth Element barely has space, but has a bunch of French space, so that's probably alright.
It does have French space.
Lilu Dallas multipass. She knows it's a multipass.
He hides all the people in his cabinets.
Oh, that movie is so fun.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
I'll bring up WALL-E, even though I'm the guy who doesn't like it.
I like WALL-E, but I don't know. I already know your feelings about WALL-E and most of Pixar's movies recently.
I don't need to reiterate them. I've expressed them on this podcast more than once.
Yeah.
WALL-E's...
Some of us like it, some of us don't. I think that's all we need to say.
I want to kind of talk about 2010. Cause
I haven't seen 2010. You talk about 2010. I'm interested.
It's weird because it's not bad. It's like we made a space movie and it's pretty good. And they do some pretty cool stuff with Hal. Even though the second they turn on Hal, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, it's so direct in how it calls back to 2001. I'm like, what are you doing? This is wrong. This is making me angry. You're so dumb. And yet, if you try to separate that, it's a decent space movie. There is some pretty good stuff in it. It's okay, but obviously, try and think about that in the same breath as 2001. You can't do it. Mike, you've seen 2001, right? Everyone here has seen 2001.
Yes.
Which Mike?
Both of you!
Sure.
Oh, sure.
Sure.
I feel like I've absorbed enough about it to the point where I have seen it
without
needing to see it.
I thought that too, and then I watched it and realized that I knew nothing.
Yeah, no, that's... Oh, fuck. That film came on in the cinema and I didn't go to see it and I feel like an idiot.
That's on my bucket list of things to see in a theater.
It's coming up again in London soonish, and I'm... Yeah. Oh, no, wait. Shit, I just missed it. It was last week, you guys. It was last week. So,
well, I don't know. That movie's really good, but it does have a bit of a lull in the middle until Hal comes alive.
Person.
No, I mean, I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it, but it's not by any means perfect either. But
the movie is definitely not paced to modern sensibilities, but I feel like if you're willing to approach it on its own terms, I'll also bring up in the same breath Solaris, the original, not the Soderbergh one, which I haven't seen, as a movie that is 3 hours long, but is full of space awesomeness.
So, Armageddon, then?
No. It's actually like this meditation on like life and death.
Yeah. I should watch that.
So like Armageddon.
So like, I would like to point out, I don't own Armageddon on DVD. I did hold it in my hand, but I put it back. I made a good decision. I didn't buy it, so there we go. Update on that.
Nice.
I know, it's pretty good.
So is the 1986 Transformers movie a space movie?
Yes.
It's in space, but it's kind of terrible.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's dumb. It's terrible, but it's dumb, but it's fine. It's offending no one unless you don't like the concept of people making movies to sell toys, which is kind of offensive. So I was lying.
It's got the touch.
It does have the power.
Although I'm more of a dare man myself, if I had to pick between the two.
I'm more of a dare to be stupid man.
Wait, guys.
Yeah?
Guys.
What?
Total Recall.
Okay. That's something I haven't seen.
What? Oh my god, you need to see it.
It's okay. It's not
the remake. Not the remake.
Well, yeah, we know we're not.
Now I'm definitely seeing the remake and not seeing the original.
I think the remake and the original are totally on a par. I think.
I think that if we're going to talk about Verhoeven space epics,
we talk about Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yes. So Starship Troopers is pretty great. Alright, great.
It's great.
It's great. Yeah, no, I really like Starship Troopers. I think I watched it for the first time last year and I was blown away. That film suddenly became one of the best subversions of dumb fucking teen romance stories. And I was not expecting that. It was great. You should all watch Starship Troopers. Matt, what's your opinion on Starship Troopers?
Starship Troopers great.
This is a great podcast, you guys.
Would you like to know more?
Yes, I would like to know more. Thank you.
It's not as good as RoboCop.
Haven't seen RoboCop.
What?
Oh, you need to see RoboCop.
Yeah, never seen RoboCop either.
Although RoboCop's not really a space movie, but you still need to see it.
I'm just talking about Verhoeven films in general right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's I haven't seen RoboCop, so this is going great, you guys. This is
the Michael Bay Star Wars.
Have you got your
Logan Lerman?
Obviously.
Logan Lerman plays Luke Skywalker. Bully teen on Earth.
Hey, Mike, no, fuck off. I don't want Michael Bay. I'm going to give you a director. I don't want you to do it. I want Nicholas Winding Refn Star Wars now. Go.
Who?
Stop. Alright, I'm leaving. I'm out.
This is over.
Jesus Christ. Jesus.
I probably know who that is. I'm just very tired.
The guy that made Drive.
Oh.
And Valhalla Rising and Bronson and Pusher. And all
okay.
Now
I know who you're talking about.
I'm told Bronson is very good. I should probably watch it.
Yeah.
I'm scared because I don't like bones breaking, so.
Oh, yeah, it's wrong movie for you then.
Like, I can't watch bones
Ryan
breaking.
Gosling plays Luke Skywalker.
Yep, I'm on board so far.
There was some lag. I said that about a minute ago.
Okay, go.
Alright, so Luke Skywalker drives a car. And he works at the garage of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
This is terrible.
As far as I got, I've only seen Drive.
You can't pull on the rich legacy. No Mads Mikkelsen standing on a fucking Viking mountain looking
Tom Hardy as Han Solo, for sure.
Yes.
Are we allowed to talk about things that aren't space? Because Mads Mikkelsen reminds me of something I just watched.
Yeah, sure.
Talk about.
Why not? Fucking why not? I guess. This is already the worst podcast of all time.
That's not true. The one where we had 8 people was the worst podcast of all time.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Really? You thought that one was bad?
I saw the Hannibal pilot.
Hey, how is that?
That's okay. It's like, I don't know how they're going to stretch it out. Because within 20 minutes, you have Hannibal eating somebody's lungs, and I don't know how I'm supposed to give a shit about this character anymore.
That's kind of how I feel.
Established the anti-hero part.
So wait, what is the plot of the Hannibal TV show then? Fill me in.
So, the pilot so far, you have Will, the guy who is from the movies, from Red Dragon. He is an FBI profiler who can, like, empathize with killers. Like, he can recreate crime scenes by, like, pretending to do what they did or some stylistic thing. So Morpheus decides to recruit him to help track down this cannibal. And then the bad guy from Casino Royale is Hannibal Lecter.
Yep.
And that's about it. That's all there is for the pilot. They just have to set everything up. And then there's kind of a mystery, and you can tell it's a mystery because there's, like, shots that hide the killer's face, and they say, oh, I don't know who did it. But it's not really a mystery because they solve it in, like, a couple seconds. And then Hannibal says to the guy, you better get out of here. But instead of that scene where he runs and then they search his house for clues and they find out where he is, no, they just show up at his house and shoot him in the chest. It's kind of anticlimactic. For a pilot, it's not bad, and that sets up what it needs to set up, but it doesn't also entice me to watch the rest of the show. Like, with Breaking Bad, you have the bad thing that the protagonist does, but you also have reasons to sympathize with them. There's none of that here with Hannibal.
There's never been about sympathizing with him, though. In all the media about him.
Also,
Right.
all of TV
So tell
ever.
that to the people behind this show.
No, but all of TV ever isn't about sympathizing with. That's dumb. If you have to sympathize with your characters to be like to watch them, then you've already failed. You've already done some bad writing there.
Yeah,
I'm
fist
like, your
bump
character's
Jackson.
literally eating human meat. I have no reason to root for this guy because he's just as bad as the other characters.
Fuck
You're
rooting.
not, I don't think you're supposed to root for him.
No,
I haven't seen the show, but
Right. I mean, to me, this show almost seems about as pointless as Bates Motel. I mean, it's like we already know how these characters
Bates
are going to
Motel
end
is
up.
garbage. Like, there's some work put into Hannibal. Like, it's shot really well.
Yeah, but
maybe we should all just go watch Michael Mann's Manhunter, which is about the same period of time, but it's just a movie because it's adaptation of a book.
See, I have no choice. I'm watching Hannibal and my girlfriend is watching Always Sunny, so I have to go through with this. I'm just letting you guys know.
Why?
It is kind of pointless.
See, on topic, I'm watching Battlestar at my girlfriend's request, and she's watching Star Trek.
You got the better deal, I guess, because there's 25. No, wait, how many fucking seasons of Star Trek are
She's
there?
watching Next Gen.
Okay.
There's 7.
And then that's
And then I will push DS9 on her because she will like Star Trek.
if she likes Battlestar Galactica, she'll fucking love DS9.
Yeah, absolutely.
Facts. I do think I'm gonna go watch Battlestar soon. I think that's the thing that has to be done.
it is.
Yeah.
It's good. Season 3 is complete garbage for the most part, but seasons 1 and 2 are pretty brilliant overall.
I kind of know how it ends.
Don't tell me.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna tell you.
I'm not.
I'm not gonna tell you, but I know how it ends. Is that a problem? Can I still watch it?
You could
Like how much is just about the characters, or how much they do the TV show of pushing the mystery of where does this go?
They push it, but it's so focused on the characters though too. You go along for the ride.
That's good because
because that ending was dumb.
Well, no, it's not even that it was dumb. I don't know if it's dumb. I don't even know the whole thing. I know specific things, and it's more that I don't like TV shows that are because most TV shows shouldn't be spoilable. They should just be, you know how it ends, but that's not the fucking point because it's a well-written show. But if it's a badly written show, then you won't enjoy it as much.
It's badly written at times, but
Right.
I'm
down.
It's good enough to, there's more good than bad.
Has anyone seen that Babylon 5?
I mean to.
No.
Okay.
No.
Alright.
That's probably on the list after Battlestar.
What about Stargate? Anyone
I like
saw,
Stargate.
back when
The
Sci-Fi
show or the
was still
movie?
showing
No, I know.
Doctor Who,
Phil-
I saw the last minute of every episode.
I've got friends that I trust who vouch for SG-1.
I haven't seen any of them. I've seen bits of Atlantis, but I can't really remember it. I saw the movie, which I really didn't like at all, and I don't know how that goes. Because I always thought that Stargate was in space with aliens and spaceships, and that movie's not that. So I'm really confused. What is Stargate? Explain it to me.
Wait, the movie?
No, the TV shows. Like, I've seen the movie, and this has made
Oh, I have no idea.
more confused about what the TV shows are.
I haven't seen the TV show.
I think they get I think they can like point the Stargate at various like other locations throughout space.
Okay.
So it's basically space. It's like Star Trek without the ship.
Okay. Okay. That's. I remember in like fucking when I was 7 years old, I was talking to my teacher about Star Trek, and she was like, "You should watch Stargate." So that was the thing that happened when I was young.
What was that other show? Farscape. Did anybody watch that?
I've also had that recommended to me. I have not.
I'm also going to go through all the 90s space shows at some point.
Yep,
me
too. Except for Alien Nation. Not going to watch that.
Should watch Space Precinct.
I might. There's so few of them.
There's only 24 episodes, and I googled Space Cop, and it came up, and I was like, kind of have to do this now. See what you've done.
Yep. The best show concept ever is just Space Cop.
Yeah. There is no better concept. And it has a pretty great name as well. Space Precinct. Did you see have you seen the theme tune to it?
No, is it jazzy?
It is jazzy as well. I think it's kind of jazzy, but can't really remember. But what I remember most about it is him going, I'm a New York City cop that's been...
Oh, narration.
And he's like, I'm a New York City cop and I've been moved to a new precinct, but it's far away or whatever. And then it just comes up, Space Precinct!
That's so good. That's so good.
Yeah. Did not disappoint. So that's a great one. Anyone else got any other space shows or films to add that they are really personal to them or great or whatever?
Watch Cowboy Bebop.
Yes. Oh my God. That's probably the second greatest ever.
Ever what?
Show.
Just ever.
Just ever. It's the greatest thing that's ever been.
What's the first greatest then?
Shut up.
Shut up, yes. No, I don't know. Probably Next Generation, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. But yes, Cowboy Bebop.
We're looking for a big dumb anime robot show. Transformers Cybertron is pretty good.
Oh,
a lot of that is in space.
If you're actually looking for an anime show, the original Gundam is actually really cool, hard sci-fi.
Alright, Mike, if going along our dumb taste thing, what you need to watch is Code Geass, because it is quite possibly the dumbest show ever made, and I think it should be your first experience to anime, because it's not good, but it's kind of good.
No, you should actually watch good anime.
No,
Yeah.
but...
Why
My
waste
first
your time?
experience was Transformers Armada, and it's all uphill from there, so anything you guys show me.
Bay Wheels. Watch the new Beyblade.
Damn it, Jackson.
I also want a shout out to the Green Lantern animated series.
Yep.
The Green
The one
Lantern
you
show
wicked
is
watch-
basically Star
all of
Trek.
that.
Great. Mike, you're talking over me.
We didn't hear a word he said, don't worry, you won.
Okay.
Just saying.
Which
Yeah.
one of us?
What's the Green Lantern show? They cancel it, so there's only like 2 seasons, and it's pretty good.
I had
Opera.
Aaron described the ending to me in detail, shot for shot, so that's a shame. But I'll probably still watch it eventually. Because it sounds great. Okay. I guess that's a podcast. I guess. Unless anyone's got anything else dumb to talk about.
More space things, please, just in general.
Oh, okay. So...
Oh, why don't we talk about the Halo TV show presented by Steven Spielberg?
Oh, God.
Yeah, because we got Terranova presented by Spielberg, and that, yeah, I'm just going to leave it
Things
at that.
presented by Spielberg means nothing. If you look at his producer credits, it's like 1,000 things.
Yeah.
But if you look at like Forward Unto Dawn, it's not like there isn't
Do you know what I never looked at?
Forward Unto Dawn.
Yeah.
It's good.
Is that a person? Is that a movie?
It's the other Halo live action TV show that they did leading up to Halo 4.
For an example of how
This has
dumb...
actually happened?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. No, it's on Netflix as a full movie, as edited together as a 90-minute movie. It's the Halo movie. The ship is called Forward Unto Dawn. That is the full name of a ship.
I mean, that's a cool name for a ship.
Oh,
Yeah.
Not as good as the Crazy Horse.
no, it is not as good as the USS Crazy Horse, but Halo ship naming is the best part of that entire franchise.
I don't know why is Crazy Horse the best name for a ship?
I don't know.
Because it's called Crazy Horse.
No, but it's not because it's called the Crazy Horse. It's because every other ship in Star Trek is named the most serious thing.
That's like calling it, USS Custard's Last Stand. I mean, come on.
You realize the Crazy Horse is a person, right?
No.
Jackson?
No.
Oh, you're so British.
Oh, Jesus.
What is Crazy Horse?
He's a Native American. Oh, God damn it, Jackson.
Okay.
Like
Yes.
every other ship in Trek, it was named after a famous leader.
Enterprise is not a leader.
Well, whatever. But all the ones that are named after people.
Okay, alright. Now I know who Crazy Horse is. I was just thinking, why the fuck have they got a ship called Crazy Horse? I'm too British for this.
Yeah, you're too British for that. I'm pretty sure there's aircraft carrier named Crazy Horse.
Well, I don't spend my nights looking up all the recent names of aircraft carriers.
Like that. I don't remember. But it's a very military thing to choose.
Okay. Anything else? And it have to be space. Just, here it goes. All goes, alright, end this recording.
Han shuts up.
What? Okay.
I'm going to see Fast and Furious 6 tomorrow. Would you guys
I'm
be
going
up for
to see it
doing one of
Friday.
those?
What'd you say, Mike?
Would you be up for a Fast and Furious cast?
I will always be up for a Fast and Furious. I will always talk Fast and Furious movie, especially if I'm actually talking about a different movie.
Wait, can we do just one that's dedicated to all of the Fast and Furious movies?
God, yes! Yes!
Oh, you have to see Torque first.
Yeah, I've seen Talk.
Okay.
I was watching through all 5 Fast and Furious movies, which was 6, because I put Talk in where it belonged. Talk is the 3rd Fast and Furious movie.
Oh god.
Oh, it's so good!
Yes. Yes it is.
Oh, it was the best thing about Talk is I'd come off the back of Too Fast and I was like, hey, this acting and writing is actually okay. Because Too Fast is one of the worst things you will ever see with anything.
But I feel like Too Fast introduced the concept of bromance into the Fast canon.
There was a bit in Fast 1, a little bit.
Not nearly as much as every movie after that.
Nowhere near, but there was a small bit of bonding between those two. And then it became into, I'm gonna rescue you from prison.
Tyrese doesn't even have sleeves in that entire movie.
Oh, God, yes.
So I went to Target the other day and saw all the Fast and Furious movies all displayed and on sale in preparation for 6. And the first one is labeled The Fast and the Furious, subtitled The Original.
Yes.
No, the original is like a 1950s movie.
I
just found it on Netflix Instant.
Alright.
No, to differentiate, because that naming franchise got so crazy.
Everything about that franchise is the best!
Why don't they just call it The One?
Oh! They should. According to this Wikipedia page, oh no, it's been removed. They removed it from the Wikipedia page. It lied to me. Wikipedia lied to me. I'm going to shut up. You'll never know what I was talking about, and I know you didn't care.
So sad. I actually cared, but thought it had something to do with Fast and Furious.
Oh, well, apparently the movie that Han was in before Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift has apparently been retroactively
it's by Justin Lin.
Yeah, the Better Luck Tomorrow one. Should I watch that?
I haven't seen it. I want to.
I want to because Han.
Yep.
You tell me Han's in a movie, I will fucking show up.
So, what if Han dies in Fast 7?
What if? No.
Oh god, please.
That would be the best possible thing.
It would. No, that would actually be the best thing. If they killed off Han if they ended a movie killing off Han before he got to Tokyo, and then...
Because then you just close the loop on Tokyo Drift not actually being real. It's just some sort of fever dream that we all had.
Oh, man.
Like at the post-credit stinger where Han is a twin, also named Han.
Yes. Or he says, I really want to go to Tokyo, he keeps going to go to Tokyo, and you find out it's because his brother lives there. Cool. And he calls up his brother, and he realizes his brother's been killed, and then the real Fast and Furious crew go to avenge him. This is what you do. This is how you make this.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, we're done. We're done here.
We're done?
I think so.
I think we're done.
I think we were done like a half hour ago.
I think we were done about 2 hours ago.
This podcast never existed.
Yep. Do your plug.
Okay, I do a video game podcast. I don't know how much longer it's going to exist, because it's for a site that won't exist at the end of June. But for right now, it's the Velocity Gamer podcast. Matt was on it once.
Yeah, it was interesting. I actually enjoyed that.
Yeah, so if Matt likes it.
I listened to that one whilst playing... embarrassing story. I listened to that podcast whilst playing Black Ops 2.
Black Ops 2 is good.
It's not. No, it's not. It's really bad. I was watching thinking, why am I doing this? Because I had a friend on the other line. God, that was a dumb time for me. Also.
Now, I will defend Black Ops 2, but this is a movie podcast.
It's not. I'm glad we got through this without mentioning the fucking Xbox One. Well done.
Like Xbox None.
Shut up.
Yeah, Velocity Gamer podcast. I don't know how much longer that's going to be a thing, but it is a thing for right now.
Okay. I'm glad.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Oh shit.
And I'm sure as soon as that podcast ends, I'm just going to come right back with another one.
Oh, it does.
my podcast thing has like unlimited bandwidth or something.
I don't know how to tell you this, but podcasts are just excuses to talk to people.
They are.
Should we plug our Twitters or something?
Alright, let's plug our Twitters. I'm at the Obscure Fan.
No, you're not!
Oh, Aaron is going to kill you. And this is great.
So, at the Obscure Fan, your best gore, just anything disturbing you have. Because, Jackson loves that.
No, I'm at Tylia002, TYLEA002, the worst internet name of all time. That's me. Matt, or you?
You can find me at Litrock, Litrock. I'm not talking about movies much, but you can hear me rant about Battlestar.
Hey, Matt, are you a Cylon?
Cylon? I don't know. Are there Cylons here? We should watch out for the Cylon.
That's great.
Mike.
I'm Mike. You can find me. I'm Surerus. It's MSURERUS. Yes, my last name is a palindrome. You're jealous.
Oh,
I know.
Shit, I never noticed that. And now they might be giants in my head.
That is great.
That's great.
I'm also Mike. I'm at Mike Cosimano, MikeCosimano. I talk a lot about video games, but
oh my God, you're that Mike?
But you're not an idiot, so that's good. I vouch for you.
I mean, it was touch and go. You were like defending Black Ops 2 for a second there, but you're right.
I've never played another Call of Duty game. I feel it's worth to say that.
We should play 4 is the closest that game gets to being, not terrible. Also,
I've only played Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, yeah, no, that's.
I just got that for like $3.
That's probably a good value.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything.
Modern Warfare 2's not too bad. It's fucking crazy. But yeah, 4 is probably the best.
Yeah, I think I said in the podcast that 4 has a better ending than BioShock Infinite.
That wouldn't be hard.
No.
We should not have this conversation now. Otherwise, this podcast is going to become another hour. So if you want to listen to what I think about BioShock Infinite, you can go to the Plastic Gamer Podcast.
It's been a long road. Getting from there to here. It's been a long